Hey, what's up, my MGTOW brothers? People of all ages. You know what I'm saying? Male and female. I'm over here about to drop another video and drop some jewels on y'all today. Today's another decent hot day. I'm over here working and shit. Today I'm going to give you a little bit of advice about dealing with females. Not just in a negative way, but in a way of just people in general, as well as females. You got to remember that in order for people to respect you and to respect where you come from, you got to go based off of principle. And what I mean based off of principle, you must draw the line of what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. Me, on the other hand, I'm a no tolerance, no BS kind of guy. Once I feel that, your credibility is off and you're not wanting to be held accountable for your actions, for what you do as a person, then I don't really want to fuck with you. But if you're an upstanding person and you know what you got to do and you're doing it and you're handling business and you stand and being upfront, then I fucks with you. But if you're not willing to do what you're supposed to do and be upfront, ain't none of that bullshitting around, beating around the bush and everything. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. And you stick by that. That's how you hold the honor. As far as anyone trying to talk negatively about you or trying to forge weapons against you, they'll never prosper. And, the Most High will always make sure that, you abide by that one way or another. Just stay true to yourself, and the rest will follow. I learned that in a lot of ways, a lot of people are very dishonest out there. You just got to be careful who you're dealing with, what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept, and always be observant about your surroundings. And always try to take into account that not everybody's the same. Not everybody's going to stick to the same opinions as you. Not everybody's going to be on your team. And at the end of the day, all you really have is you and your word and your, what you stand for, and don't break that for anybody. I made a lot of friends and a lot of foes, but that comes with the territory of you being an upstanding person. You're always going to have enemies. You're going to always have demons to get around and defeat, and that's how you level up. I've been around a lot of great commentators, a lot of great people that I highly recommend. Most of all, Coach Warren, AMS, a few others, Stefan Clean Scales, Stacks Meatball 44, Stacks 44, Grown Man Business. A lot of people that have a lot of good content out there that's going on in the real world that people need to consider and to take heed of what's going on around them. And as far as dealing with different females, you just got to pick and choose your battles, or who you're willing to deal with or who you're not willing to deal with, because they're never really consistent. It's based off of how they feel and how they feel at that moment. Feelings, emotions. Never really quite driven off of logic and things that make sense. You have to be aware that when you're in a situation where you're making sense and you're aware of situations of logic, most females are not really trying to hear all of that. So the best thing for you to do is to operate off of principle and who you are and what you stand for, and that's it. If they're talking about, what about this? What about that? That's irrelevant. What's also being said also has to be kept. If they're not willing to be held accountable for their actions, and that goes along with anybody else, not just females, just stop fucking with them. Reward them with your absence. When you reward a person with your absence, that will show them that you're not about playing games anymore. You let them know what's expected of them from the jump. If they're not willing to accept that, leave them there. As far as being in relationships and getting in and out of relationships, and that person decides to branch off or monkey branch to the next person or rebound real quick, leave them there. That person is now that next person's problem. Count your blessings. And as always, friends, stay true. and the rest will follow. Peace.